Hello there and welcome to Waverly Zoo. So this is a new zoo that I'm going to be doing on the channel. This is a new zoo with a new philosophy and a new method of building. Let me explain first what that method and philosophy is, and then I will explain why this first episode is not coming out quite as I intended. So if you've watched my previous Planet Zoo series, Green Valley Zoo, you'll know that what I do here, it's all about the look, it's all about aesthetics, not about the gameplay. It's all about having fun and being creative, basically. But what I didn't do with Green Valley Zoo was a particularly realistic park. It really was just sort of one area after the next, and it wasn't like a real zoo as such, because it didn't have backstage areas. So that's something that I wanted to have a go at, and I thought the best way to do it would be to start a new zoo. So that's what I've done. Don't ask me why I've called it Waverly Zoo. It was just the first name that came to mind and I quite liked it. So there we go. So that's my basic philosophy. So this park is going to be as realistic as I can make it. So there's going to be lots of details, lots of backstage areas, lots of sort of staff only access areas, that sort of thing. It's going to be quite a grand zoo, not over the top, but my basic philosophy in this is that it's a zoo which has had a recent influx of money, new investment, and has basically rebuilt all of its exhibits and habitats and enclosures, and buildings as well. Buildings is a big part of what I want to do in this zoo. It's something that I'm not particularly good at in the game yet. I think I've got quite good at doing the habitats. Certainly getting better with foliage, for example, but I think buildings is something that I'm still working on. So that's what Waverly Zoo is going to be. Now let me tell you a little story. Now I am pre-recording quite a few of these episodes. In fact, by the time this one comes out, I've already got, I think, 12 episodes of Waverly Zoo recorded and edited. However, I don't know what happened, but basically my first video became corrupted, and so I lost it. And unfortunately, at the same time as that happened, Planet Zoo randomly deleted some of my old save games, and so I lost all my save games of the opening episode. Now let me explain why that makes sense. I'm not going to be recording this series in the same way as I've recorded Green Valley Zoo, so there's not going to be time lapses in these videos. What I'm going to do is, as I build each project, I will do real-time commentaries as updates through the build. So you will see the builds happening in stages, and as we go along I will describe what I've done, why I've done it, and how I've done it. But there won't be any time lapses. I mean, let me know what you think of that style. The main reason I am actually doing that is because I find it's going to be easier for me to actually describe what I'm doing when I'm not under the pressure of having to describe exactly what's going on during a time lapse. It's also a time constraint thing, because time lapse videos take a lot more editing, whereas these ones it's just a case of loading up my save game, telling you about what's going on, and recording that, and then loading the next save game, etc, etc. So basically what's happened is, because I lost a load of save games, I lost the stages of my opening episode, and so basically episode number 1 disappeared and I couldn't remake it. So this is why I'm remaking it now as this short episode. because episode 1 was this entrance area and the building, which is off to the side here, which you can't see yet, and obviously this little sign that I put out the front. So without further delay, I will show you what I built in the first episode and just tell you a little bit about it. So here we go. So this is my entrance building. So as you can see outside, I have the beginnings of a road and a path. I decided to make a nice big entrance, a big plaza here. And this is my first building. Now I'm actually incredibly proud of this building. This took me a long time to build. There are many bits of buildings to make this one building, and because of the bizarre angles that I chose to work with, it was very hard to make this without it all sticking through the walls and everything. Obviously if you go inside and upstairs, you can see that, you know, it's all over the place, but from the outside and in fact from the inside, because this is something that people can go inside, obviously it's not kitted out yet in here, it does at least work from that perspective. So this will become a gift shop. So this will be the exit. The entrance to the zoo is going to be here. So I'm going to create, well, obviously I already have created a large entrance area here with ticket booths. So this building will be the exit gift shop, as the sign says there. So you'd walk in here, you'd make your purchases, and then you'd come out here. So I did have a lot of fun making this building. I really am so pleased with how it came out. I had to be quite creative with the things like the windows here, where, for example, here this is actually a square window, so that it sticks through the floor, and then I've had to sort of create this fake edge here with an extra wooden plank, that sort of thing. Obviously in here I made a little backstage area in this building because it was a glass window, so I felt I needed a bit of decoration indoors there. I've got this lovely round building here, which I thought worked very nicely. And obviously the foliage as well is something that I've been working on, and details like putting the gutters on as well. It's you know, it's quite a small thing, but obviously it's very realistic that buildings have gutters. Yeah, so I'm very pleased with how this has come out, and in fact there is backstage as well. So let me whiz around the side here. So you've got a backstage entrance just back here, where you come through here, and you have this little building attached. So if this was a gift shop in the game, this is where all the storage would be. And so you've got a nice big door there and a small staff door, and obviously inside it would be linked in some way as well, although there isn't a door on the inside, but I may well add one in here somewhere when I do the inside. Excuse me. And obviously there is also an entrance here, and eventually there will be a backstage area here which links into this. And then I just a bit of decoration out the front here with some foliage, some trees, and obviously the sign, which I'm really happy with as well. Actually, that's that came together pretty easily. All this, the in-game lettering, everything is really easy to use. So yeah, I really like how that turned out. So yeah, so this building, like I said, it probably took me about 6 hours of building to actually get this right. But unfortunately you won't get to see the process because of the lost episode, which was a bit of a pain, but at least you can see the finished product, and hopefully it gives you some idea of what I'm going for in this zoo. So it's a pretty realistic looking building, not over the top, but nice and new and modern looking. And then the backstage areas will obviously be more basic and plain. Wherever possible, they'll be hidden from the public view. So obviously if they're public in here, they can't actually see past the wall. So wherever possible, backstage areas like that will be hidden, and they will be very plain, because obviously they don't need to be fancy. So you know, this is fancy. It's all nice brickwork and woodwork and flowers and everything. Backstage areas I've only seen by the staff, so they don't need to be decorated nicely. So there we go. So like I say, I've already pre-recorded quite a few episodes of this, and the zoo is coming together very nicely. I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud of what I've achieved so far. But obviously you'll have to wait and see what I've done. But hopefully this gives you an idea. What I will do when I do release this video, I will try and release this one and then episode 2 back to back, so you can immediately jump into the next episode and see exactly how the process will work of the different recording method that I'm using. But for now, I will leave it there. So just a nice short episode this time, just to introduce you to the zoo and just to show you the first bit of building work that I've done. So there we go. So that is my introduction to Waverly Zoo. I hope you're going to come on this journey with me, because it's being a lot of fun so far. Green Valley Zoo will continue for a while. I do also have a third series which I have started already. So that will be on its way soon as well, and I'll sort of rotate between the 3 projects, as well as any other series that I'm doing on the channel. But for now, I will leave you with an overview of my entrance building there. So thank you very much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or opinions on what I'm doing. I look forward to seeing you in the next episodes. So take care, and I will see you soon.